Hey, need some Madden coins? Check out cheapmaddencoins.com. They got the best prices, they got fast delivery, and 24/7 customer support. Be sure to use code TEXAS at checkout for a 10% discount.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Texas, and we got some information regarding Madden 19, and my apologies, I'm late. I went out to the gym to work out. I come back, and I realized that they uploaded the blog 2 hours later, or earlier, so I ended up missing out on the initial surge, but it's all good, though. Went ahead and read this a couple times. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Madden 19 deep dive for months. Shout out to this blog. So hello Madden fans, it's almost time for you to get your popcorn ready. You still have the opportunity to do sit-ups in your driveways, so hurry and get fitted for your gold jacket because Madden 19 has officially been announced, and I'm thrilled to deliver the first bit of MUT news. Madden Ultimate Team has some exciting things to share, so let's jump right in. The design that drove the most amount of feedback in MUT 18 was unquestionably power-up players. It allowed you to have the most powerful version of the player, which that's not true at all. Like that is the most lying sentence ever. I'm going to keep reading. I'm not gonna get distracted too much, but that sentence is a lie. But it came with some limitations that we could not handle without additional development. We definitely heard and understood feedback in investing and building and supporting for power-up players with player upgrades in Madden 19. Let's start from the beginning and discuss what made upgrading players so difficult in Madden 18. First of all, it took a lot of exploring through sets and knowing exactly what you needed to do. This may not apply to everyone who is dedicated enough to read this blog, but power-ups were too complicated. You needed to know how to navigate through the set UI, understand how to get team tokens, and then what you could actually do with them. Our first goal for Madden 19 was to streamline this process. It started with building a new currency type, training. Training is one of those things you'll need to power up players in Madden 19. The primary way to earn training is by quick selling items you don't need. More on training a little bit later. So I'm not too sure where they get this information from. Maybe this is directly feedback that I have not been hearing, but I did not know that the most difficult part about power-ups was people trying to find them. I thought the most difficult part of power-ups was that it was a waste of coins, considering that a lot of the players that are coming out are only getting +1s, not getting additional ability, getting additional chemistry. So I thought that that would be a major focus for power-ups, but it looks like it's making it easier for you to do, which is a good and a bad thing. So anyways, we're gonna keep going. Now we can move on to the next layer of accessibility. We added to upgrading players, removing the need to go to sets. Wouldn't it be easier if you could just upgrade players from the item itself instead of getting lost in one of the hundreds of set paths? Yep, we agree. Now when you click on a player, the first thing you'll see in the back is the option to upgrade if the player has an upgrade option. You'll be launched into the new player upgrade UI. If that player has an upgrade option is interesting because they go down here to say something different about it, but I'm pretty sure every card is gonna have an upgrade option because what they say earlier on. But like right here, here's a picture of your boy, Le'Veon Bell. I don't think this is gonna be the MUT card designed for Madden 19. They might change. They got this here for now so they don't reveal anything. So I think this is just gonna be here temporarily, but so it looks like Le'Veon Bell has another power up, which makes sense. They got scheme slot chemistry. This is just tier 1. Tier 3 is the 70, it takes 12, okay, to upgrade it. So you have to spend these points, which you can get right here to team training for quick selling cards. Not really a fan of that. I don't really want to quick sell a card to get team training. But I guess we'll see if that makes, what the value is of it, or if there's any other ways to go ahead and get training, because I do not want to be out here quick selling coins to put into some NAT players. You know what I'm saying? I do it anyway, but it doesn't make much sense to quick sell other cards to make more NAT players. As you can see in the image above, you now have full access and visibility into all upgrade options that player has. Also note that some tiers require training while others require specific items. Navigating through the different tiers will also show you what players' new ratings will be every step of the way. So you can see the ratings before you decide to upgrade the card to see if it's actually worth the upgrade. So we touched on how we made this design more accessible, but the player upgrade features needed to be way more than that. I said we listened to the community and we understood their frustration, so let's start addressing those. First, we should rip the band-aid off and say up front, once you upgrade an item, it becomes non-auctionable, non-tradable, which is to be expected. The big difference in Madden 19 is that you'll be able to downgrade and go backwards on players that you want to get out of. By doing so, you will also be refunded a portion of what you invested in. Let's dive into an example by the numbers. Let's see. So right here, You got Aaron Rodgers, base power-ups to 80, 82 overall, requires 100 training points, 84, 200, and you need the 86 overall core elite to get to 87. So it's similar to this year. You have to have the 87, or his base elite, to power up to his max. I wonder how that's going to work. Like, is it going to be like feed the card into the damn card, make it, okay, whatever. Anyway, in this example, you have acquired the base version of Aaron Rodgers power-up. The item is auctionable, tradable, up until the point where you invest 100 team training points into him and reach tier 1. From there, put 200 training points more into him to reach tier 2. And finally, after acquiring his base elite, you will place that into the power-up set as well. If you want to go backwards and stop investing Aaron Rodgers for whatever reason, you can choose to downgrade. When you downgrade from tier 3 to tier 2, you will also get the core elite Aaron Rodgers back, which is dope. And if the core elite was auctionable when you invest in him, he'll be returned. Okay, so you can, so it looks like we get some Nat cards as well again that have these, so you can power up Nat cards and go back in time if you want to. Going from tier 2 to tier 1, you'll get a percentage of the 200 team training points back you invested. They're still determining what percentage will be, but they will let you know as soon as they settle on a number. And finally, going from tier 1 to base will make the base item auctionable again. Sounds a whole lot better, right? It does sound better. You can go back in time. Still not what I want, obviously, in power-ups. I kind of want these cards to be like dope, but it looks like they're still doing a +1 overall treatment on them, so I'm not really a big fan of that, but it gets better down here when he talks about the chemistry. So let's go get to that real quick. But wait, there's more. Shout out to the guy that does the OxyClean commercial. I don't think he's with us no more. RIP to my brother. How many times have a brand new player come out and looks absolutely sick, except chemistry doesn't match what you personally value? Well, we as MUT producers are removing ourselves from that equation and turning it over to you, the players. MUT 19, almost no player will come with chemistry outside of team chemistry, which is coming back. Hopefully it's better this year because it was whack this year. Awareness and play rec. Woo, that sounds awesome. Instead, you will have an option to upgrade the player, which opens up a chemistry slot and a bank full of available options. Let's do very basic but common example. You acquire a core gold player. When you acquire him, he has nothing but his team chemistry equipped. But when you click on a player, you choose to upgrade him to tier 1, you unlock his scheme chemistry. From there, tab over and you'll see that you have a bank filled with the available scheme chemistry options. You get to choose which one to equip. And just as we've done with the upgraded tiers, you have the ability to remove or change chemistries as well. If you equip balanced offense, but you want to change it to go deep, go right ahead. So balanced offense is back. That's pretty dope. Madden Ultimate Team wants to continue delivering more ways to let you personalize and customize your team. And being able to choose your chemistry load is great opportunity to further that goal. So it looks like if you want chemistry this year, you got to invest in team training to get the guy to tier 1 to choose a scheme chemistry, which I know some people are going to be mad at because you have to make your player Nat on your team for the time being in order to get him a chemistry. And then if you don't want that player anymore, you can go ahead and downgrade him, get some of your team training points back, and then sell him. At least that's what I think that's going to be. So that's going to be kind of interesting how this works, because are people not going to go with chemistry? Or I think everybody's going to have to invest in some team training points so they can have a level playing field, because if a card doesn't come with any chemistries, that is not going to go in your favor as you're playing against a guy that has a team full of chemistries. All right, it's worth noting that not all players have the same chemistry options, especially when it comes to chemistry abilities. Players will need to be at a certain overall to have a specific attribute at a certain rating threshold in order to have the ability to appear in the bank chemistry choices. We'll do our best to share the information in more detail after we had time to tune those values. All right, so they got what I actually thought they were going to do, which is I'm glad they went in this direction. Secure Tackler should appear on cards that that have like 95 tackle or higher, right? So Keekly should have Secure Tackler stock. He had one of the best cards in the beginning of the year. Same thing with Navarro Bowman type. Guys that have like high tackle should have the ability to get that certain ability. It shouldn't just be on guys with 83 tackle, guys with 85 tackle. It doesn't make much sense. It should be on certain cards that have the threshold rating. Now, I don't want to see thresholds back in the game when it comes to like how these guys play in the field. I want the better ratings to play better. But I want to see certain cards get these abilities depending on what they have. So if a guy has 95 block shit, out my way should be an option. If a guy has 85 catch, maybe pick special should be an option. Stuff like that, so that way you can actually see these things actually matter. So, but anyway, that's dope. So I wonder how this is going to go next year. So I wonder what chemistries will be available, what chemistries won't for certain cards, and I want to see how it plays in game. So it looks like it's going to be kind of a super created, like create your own team type year, which is going to be good for team builds, but that's going to be great for team builds. I'm looking forward to that in Madden 19 because having the ability to do whatever you want with the certain cards, you got a left tackle with like 90 run block, but no pass block. You can go ahead and go deep, get his pass block, go make it a little bit better than he actually is, and then go from there. So this is gonna be kind of dope. All right, so here's Le'Veon Bell again with the chemistries. I don't know what any of this stuff means. If you guys have any guests, post down in the comments section below. I think that's zone run. I think that's zone run. Don't know what the hell that is. I want to say pass rush, but this is offense, right? Like that's like physical front. We got FC. Like these are some new chemistries you see in the game right now. I have no idea what they mean. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of dope. All right, so now we got some stuff for the grinders, for those that wanted to do weekend league but didn't want to go online and get cheesed by the players that are out here running 3 plays. Now you can get cheated in solo battles by playing your weekend league over there. So another feature they're really excited to talk about is solo battles. Solo battles brings the competitive field of weekend league to players who are most comfortable taking on the CPU. There will be 13 games per week. In each game, you will try to earn the highest battle score. Battle score is earned from completing a solo battle game. Sounds redundant. Winning a solo battle game and the stats you accumulate in that game. There's one additional factor for determining how many battle points you can earn, and that is by choosing your modifier. The modifier is a combination of difficulty and game style. The higher the difficulty, the higher the multiplier. So it looks like to earn the most points while playing your solo challenge weekend league is going to be playing on sim mode and playing on all Madden, which is just the most aged thing in the world, man. Like, if you guys have not played solo challenges on sim mode, like that, it's awful. It's awful. So you probably order student choose arcade or competitive, but like the most points is going to be probably all Madden sim mode. So if you want to try to earn some crazy rewards, that's what you're going to have to do. Solo battle games are full game challenges versus CPU. The quarter length is set to 3 minutes, which is fantastic, and you will have only one chance to record the best possible results. There is no restarting or replaying a solo battle game like you can traditionally do with regular solo challenges. Each week, your goal will be pretty straightforward. Earn as many battle points as possible. The reward structure for solos will look familiar to Weekend League. There are 14 different types of reward tiers, which includes the players who are in the top 100. We're not quite ready to discuss the details to the exact rewards for launch, but we plan on sharing those details when we get closer to that date. There's one more really unique aspect of solo battles worth mentioning. While you are playing against a CPU, the roster will be comprised of real MUT teams. That means if you're participating in MUT, you are potentially eligible to have your team chosen or represented in solo battles. And while it would be really exciting to have your team show up in solo battles, it's also just as exciting for people playing, since we are constantly pulling teams from community each week. The roster you are facing will always be in tune with the latest content in Madden Ultimate Team 18, so keep it updated throughout the year, which is great. Let's wrap up talking about solo battles by outlining what our current thought process is for our content release candidates. There's a chance this could change, but it's what we're currently planning. As mentioned earlier, there are 13 games that include a featured opponent, which is up for the entire week. The featured opponent game will also have an increased amount of battle points that you can earn, so it'll be really important to play each week. As for the schedule, Monday, new solo battle begins. Featured opponent, the first 4 games available. Wednesday, then Friday, which is great. This is going to be good for those that don't feel they got enough solo challenges to play, because every single week you got 13 solos that you can play. And the more points you get, battle points wise, you will have better rewards. So now, for those that don't want to go online, you got this option, which is probably going to be required for MUT Master, one would assume. So that is going to be dope. And here is some of the XP stuff, the reward system. Difficulty bonus, you got 40% extra for probably playing on a higher difficulty. The score, so you got a total of, 7,523 battle points, which is great. So that's dope. Squad challenges. MUT Squads return to Madden 19. New this year, we've added the ability to play games against the CPU. You and 2 of your friends can team up and take on challenges that will mix various difficulties, play styles, and even weather. We'll produce weekly challenges and plan on continuously updating it throughout the year. That is great. Hopefully everything works to plan. They update the damn mode throughout the year. While there are only a few new squad challenges each week, you'll be able to replay them over and over for a consistent coin reward. In addition, there will be a sizable first win reward an extra incentive to beat those challenges at least once a week. We are excited about squad challenges because it offers a platform for players who just want to go have fun together and not have to worry about playing against another team of 3. Also, squad challenges serves a pseudo practice environment for squads so they can try new extra reps before taking the competition. Regardless of how you want to engage with your squad challenges, there is no doubt that we'll be offering up some unique challenges that put you and your team to the test. There's a long-term roadmap and our vision for squads can evolve into. This is just the tip of that vision. We look forward to continue building towards those goals. All right, so squad solos, that's going to be kind of fun as well. I wonder if those would count towards if you got Mutt Master, you got to play squads, if you can play it in solo challenges, because playing the head-to-head portion is annoying, especially if you can't really like find 3 players to play against or going against cheese. So this is going to be kind of dope, bro. We got a lot of solo stuff for you guys who out here grinding solo. I don't want to say you guys. I grind solos too, so it's going to be kind of dope. All right, so squads, we got the challenges, defeat each CPU opponent, obviously, repeat challenge for coin and XP, and complete weekly squads to earn series tokens. That's dope. So you get tokens from this as well, which hopefully will not be used for a John Madden head coach. That was the worst thing about Madden 19, in my opinion, a card that you could not get unless you had like 1,000 collectibles. So dumb. So easy challenge, rookie, 300 coins, 400 coins, it probably gets more off. Okay, cool. In addition to the 3 major features we have built, there are a few other important things worth touching on. A good place to start is an addition that all of Madden will benefit from, and that is the inclusion of 7 new specialist positions. In the lineup screen, you'll see some new options in addition to third down halfback that'll help you get players you want in the right position on the field in specific formations. So that is dope. You got right rush, left defensive end, rush defensive tackle, slot corner, sub linebacker, power, halfback, slot wide receiver. So it looks like, okay, that's dope. You'll be able to like put guys out here when you want to have to make adjustments yourself. I'll save the deep dive for the future blog, but at a high level, these positions were created so that gameplay could tag formations with these new specialist positions. So for instance, instead of having to manually sub a defensive end down to defensive tackle out of the nickel, just assign that player rush defensive tackle slot, and he'll already be there every time you call nickel defense, which is great. Not having to do all these adjustments every game is fantastic. That's more user-friendly, especially because we've been wanting these for a minute. It's nice to see they added into the game right now. And since we're on the topic of MUT lineup screen, we should discuss some of the changes we made there first. First of all, we felt like there was too much... What? We felt like there was too much depth. Okay. There's no reason to have positions like offensive lineman needing 3 total players per position or 5 kick and punt return slots. So we shaved off the excess and decided to make all the remaining positions for offense defense count towards chemistry. Okay. There are now 25 slots on offense and 25 more on defense that count towards chemistry. God damn. As long as you're playing someone in their natural position, they will be contributing to your team even if they never see the field. This does not mean that tiers of chemistry will take more players to active in order to balance out. Okay. Yo! Okay. So obviously we know the chemistry on the players to get active, they have to be at tier 1 to choose your chemistry. But the ability to have 25 slots on offense and defense helping you out chem-wise, that is going to be insane, bro. Like, you can just have a bunch of guys on the bench that are like gold cards just at tier 1 to get their chemistry. This is going to be interesting, man. This is going to be kind of fun. Yo, team building is about to be on, like, a new level this year, man. Like, it's gonna be dope. So we got quarterback 1, quarterback 2, halfback. So all these right here count towards chemistry. You know, defense, all these guys count towards chemistry as well. 25 slots. Considering I think the most this year is 12. So that's 13 more slots. We do the math. We got cornerbacks, that's 3. Linemen, that's 4. Safeties, that's 2. And then there's 4 linebackers, right? So yeah, I think it's 12. That is insane. That is, okay, that's gonna be dope. Well, that's pretty in-depth look into what we're working on and thrilled to deliver to you. Be sure to check out more blogs from Madden 19. Continue to drop. Thanks for making it this far into the blog and being a part of the Madden community. As a reward, I will leave you one final note. While I'm super pumped to see all of you checking out Madden 19, there is one thing that I know won't be making the trip: contracts. Contracts are gone, finally. One final note, we're working on Madden 19, the best season yet. Please understand that there are some numbers listed above that may change, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yo, so we got no contracts. We got chemistry being a thing, brand new power-ups. We got solo challenge weekend league. We got solo challenge squads. There's a lot of good stuff in Madden 19, bro. It's a lot of good stuff. It looks like coming to Madden 19. And this game's coming out pretty soon. Like, we got June, July, and August early. So, like, we'll be getting our hands on this in the next couple of months. So post down in the comment section what you guys are excited for about this game. I'm still iffy on power-ups, mostly because obviously this is going to be better this year because if you get Aaron Rodgers, you can choose the chemistry you want on him. Plus, he may have an ability like Gunslinger or Conductor since he's a higher overall. Which, if that's the case, if basically these power-ups are the best version of these cards in this year's game, I'm here for it. But if it's not, if it's the same thing as this year, luckily you can downgrade the players, I guess. But yo, this is going to be dope. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Texas, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.